Barnabas, and he was our previous student and one of the highly successful students in the industry. So I invite him immediately, and I'm going to get more and more people in, and the people who are graduated from us and who are not graduated and who are in the industry for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years, like something like me, you guys. So let's listen to him, what he is going to say and how you want to prepare. The mindset is very, very important when you are learning. It's not only the techie part. What we do is we learn, okay, if we learn the A+ and get the certification and the Microsoft and the Cisco, that's enough. We are done. We are good. But when you apply for the jobs, none of them are coming through. Why? So he will tell you. Okay? So let's listen to Stephen Barnabas for 10 or 15 minutes. Then if you have any question, you can ask him. So he will be able to answer. Alright? So you can ask any question related to your career. So let's see how it is.
Thanks, Ravi. Hi. Honestly, I'm not used to all this kind of meeting people, but I just think it's my privilege to be before you, especially that I graduated from this college, and I used to be mostly in that seat, sitting there. I used to be there.
Hope it's not like you seat then.
Yeah, see, I used to be most of the last. So let me quickly start off with how I landed at Citi College, the motive behind me landing on Citi College. I'm 2.5 years old to Canada. Still not got the citizenship. So we came as a family, and I used to be a project manager in India. I was heading a SPU. So the first thing what I did, I came in November and took about a couple of months for me to settle down. And I just started randomly applying for jobs. I'm sure all of you would have done this. And every time when I saw the job description, it was much simpler than what I used to be doing. So I was so confident that I should be getting it. And I started applying. Not really. I was not even called for an interview. And when I tried to call them and take a feedback, unfortunately I had a couple of them telling, not one, couple of them telling that I'm overqualified. Which means that I wasn't sure what I was doing. Am I putting my resume the right way or whatever it is. Because way back, I'm from India, and back in India we did not have this kind of a system. Recruiters used to be back of us, asking us to jump companies. So this was something new to me, and I ended up in a place called Access Employment. And that was, I think it was a month course, and I did that. I was going through the course. It was very specifically designed for the project managers. And they repeatedly kept telling that, your resume has to be changed and all that. So I also was going through that. And it was the last day. The last day when we were supposed to be completing the course, I had a gentleman by name Farid from Cisnet. And they said they're going to be talking about certification. And I thought, what's certification going to be playing a big role? Then when he was talking, I probably was trying to understand, was I trying to make a big mistake? Because in India, I was a project manager without a PMP. I was not a PMP certificate. I grew by virtue of my experience. I was with the company for about 14 years. And I joined them as a manager, and I grew by virtue of my experience. So I did not have a project, I did not require a PMP certificate. So that is how it started, and then when this gentleman was talking about certification, it was a 1-hour session. We finished. Then I thought I should be coming and meeting him. I had no intentions of joining a course because I'm 47 now. I don't want to get into doing a course and all that. So that's how I started. I came to Cisnet, and then when me and Farid discussed, he told me the importance of certification. That is when I realized Canada means certified. Your experience is definitely taken as an asset, but certification is something which they look for. So that is how I started. And when I came to Citi College, see, again, learning becomes more interesting if, it's more of learning and fun. And this was the place which suited me. I came here, I studied, I had faculties like Ravi and Sanjeev. Ravi always calls himself to be a strict person. That's only for him, he is not that. A very, very open person. He goes around giving you more information. He did that. Sanjeev, you can always see, a very casual person, but a very, very knowledgeable person. Whenever, we spoke together, we go down on breaks. So every time when we got a chance, it was more of, we are talking about opportunities, quite a lot of, certifications. And one thing here, the college was repeatedly putting me on to this certification. And actually, at that point of time, I was a little bummed. And I remember submitting quite a lot of online applications without any, I hope you all done the online application submits. There's a column called certifications. And every time, before I got certified, every time it used to be blank. And I thought it did not really make a big difference because the company wants a person with 5 years experience and 13 plus years of experience. And where does a certification really mean? So that is how it started. And I never got a response. Then I took up a course, I finished my course here. And as I was doing the courses, thanks Sanjeev and Ravi kept on pushing us for taking up our certifications. It used to be a big number, but I had a beautiful set of friends. Like, we used to be like this. And from different batches, we all got together and we started preparing ourselves. And everybody from our batch are all certified. So that was one of the key success for us to be getting. And for a person like me who's about 2.5 years old, I take a huge pride in telling that I was quite successful in getting something, though what I did not want to intend to do, but I got an opportunity to work with bigger clients. Like I told you, I was into project management. I tried to do that, but it was only later that I understood that if I have to reach a project management, I think I am not going to straight away get that. I need to start somewhere, prove my abilities and grow with the company. And that's what I decided, and that is it. So I finished my graduation in 2014 December. And I went to India, came back. January, I remember January 27th, I was back, and from the 30th of January, I started applying again. I had my NCSA, I had my Cisco certification, and I had my A+. And Ravi guided me to take the ITIL, the infrastructure certification, so I took that too. And I think from the end of January, I started applying. February, mid, I got my first call. I was so surprised. And this was something on the ERP. I used to be working on a project management on ERP, and that is where I got my first call. It was for a company called Allison. They called me and they said they're looking for some person like that. So we met. It was not a, in fact, the director of the company said we met at Square One. He said one evening he asked me to come. We just discussed over a drink, and he said we'll be too happy to offer you. That was my first job. And I started that, but I wasn't too sure. I was more onto the project developments, but this was more of re-engineering the product. So I started doing that, and all of a sudden, I was just posting resumes, and there was a contracting company which called me again. This was in March, April, I got a call. And that company was called TES, Total Employment Solutions. I started working with them from 2015, May maybe, and I'm with them till now. What I wanted to emphasize here is, they gave me opportunities. The projects that I worked for them, we represent actually, it's something like this. IBM gets quite a lot of contracts. Right? IBM gets quite a lot of contracts. But IBM themselves are not recruiting people directly. They want some contracting company to staff people. So we are all a set of people who represent IBM and go to the client space. And our clients are, we finished 8-month contract with them for RBC project. We finished that in November 2015. Immediately, December we started with TD. Again, TD came to an end about 2 months back. Now we are on the Scotiabank project, and the Walmart project is ready. So once the PNS project is done, we are going to get into the Walmart.
So are you still doing project management?
No, no. It's something like I decided I don't want to get into project management immediately, because my understanding of my study is that I'm not going to be getting a project management directly. So now I started with them as a tech. It was a little painful for me when I started, because I used to be managing a team of techs, and now I had to be doing the job of a tech. It just took 4 months for TS to understand that I was a little more than a tech veteran. They promoted me as a lead, tech lead. Now what happens, I had a team of techs who were working, and I also used to be working. And here, they look for more of the Canadian experience, which is nothing but your soft skills. Because we come from different countries, and we mostly have been working with the same group of, like India, I've worked with Indians. Sri Lankan people, the companies have only Sri Lankans there. Here, I work with Italians, I work with German people, I work with Ukrainian people, quite a lot of Chinese people, quite a lot. So it's a very, very heterogeneous crowd here. So all they want is, they want to know how comfortable are you getting along with the team. And once they understand that, they definitely are going to give you better chances. And I'm very, very positive, though not tomorrow, very soon I will achieve what I want. But if at all I had not taken a step of taking the technician job, I was fairly well paid, and I'm still. I started on a range of $25 to $30 per hour, and today I'm going at $40 to $45 per hour.
I mean, 25, 30 is not bad. It's
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And we are, things keep improving. When I started, it was just, I do 8 hours, I get paid for 8 hours. But now our contracts, as you keep growing the company, the contract changes. They made me into a assured 40 hours. So if I do 15 hours in a week, I still get paid for 40 hours.
So we are saying that you got these opportunities based on your certifications.
Absolutely.
Only on the certifications?
No, there are 2 things I would like to emphasize on this. One is certification. Definitely without certification, I'm sure my resume would have even not popped.
Because see, you have been working in probably IT, but you're working on the project management side, right?
Okay.
But that's not technical work. So when you go out there with your certifications, you don't have enough probably experience, hands-on experience to work on those technologies. So would that be was a problem for you to enter into?
This is typically the same things. I don't know if Sanjeev remembers this. I used to be asking Sanjeev every time. You teach so much on Active Directory, domain controllers, all that stuff. Am I going to be doing all this when I go to the industry? Honestly, I've now got an opportunity to do anything on that side. So what we learn here is knowledge. And definitely in the interview, they do test you on certain things.
On the conceptual level or on the practical and knowledge?
They prefer, whenever they ask you, when you tell you have a practical experience, that definitely makes a difference. Obviously, that will make a difference. To answer your question, I have one of my colleagues who worked with me for the RBC project, and he's also working now. He's called Lee Dinart, and he's a Canadian. A good friend of mine. You know what he started his career as in Canada? A truck driver. He was a truck driver. Then he used to be going between Canada and the US, and he was making fairly good money. And one point of time, he decided, he got into the casinos. He used to be doing the cleaning in the casinos. And when he used to be doing the cleaning, some of those casino machines, get they become faulty. And there's some techs used to be coming there to do that. And every time he used to go and keep watching them how they do. And out of his own interest, he started, setting up computers in his house, networks. He saw the YouTube, everything. And today that I don't have teachers like Sanjeev and Ravi, and I cannot keep calling them. Every time when we encounter a problem, my best tool is YouTube. Everything you have a solution. Everything you have a solution. And the simplest way they explain, they put everything on the, they take videos of that, and I just practically on that and just keep doing as what they do. But for sure, what you learn here and what you're going to be doing is entirely different. What they ask you, when you see the requirement, they'll start right from all the A to Z certifications. They'll ask you.
Just want everything.
They'll ask you. You will not be that. So you obviously think that you might not be qualified for that. Another, you see, technologies you talk right from cloud computing to a printer, a jam in a printer. To that they will be asking you experiences. But actually, when you go there, you don't do anything of that. I'll try to tell you what we exactly do for RBC. Here, in terms of technology, I don't know if I can make the statement, but this is what I understand. We are just changing all computers. We are migrating computers from XP to Windows 7.
Still doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have another few of Bank of Scotia to be done. And Walmart. The next project, Walmart is getting migration.
They're going from XP to 7?
Yes.
Still might.
Yeah. They're still not started. The project is going to start.
Count me in.
Okay.